All right, so I'm driving to the gym now, and I really wanted to discuss this topic. I woke up today with the motivation to discuss this particular topic, which is how discipline is pretty easy, actually. Let's start with one of my favorite quotes, which is, if you're not, what you're not changing, you're choosing, something like that. Or nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's so dead on, dude. Like, if you want to know where you're going to be in 5 years from now, just look at the habits that you've been doing and see where you're at right now. And if you're not changing those habits, you're going to be at exactly the same spot that you are at right now, perhaps filled with more regret. And that's it, man. There's a reason why we are where we are. Like, when I go to work, I see people that are full of ambition, but yet they are at, their 9-to-5 jobs. And at some point it's too late, man. You gotta start when you're young, in your 20s, in your 30s, your 40s. But the flip side of that coin too, and this might seem like common sense, is that the time from 20 to 30, which is 10 years, is the same amount of time from 30 to 40, which is also 10 years, and 40 to 50, which is 10 years. Anybody can change their life in 10 years. I truly, truly think that. First point that I want to make is that sometimes we don't have to change something in terms of adding something new. Sometimes the change has to be to take something out. If there's a habit that you do constantly, like sleeping in, for example, you change that. Playing video games is another one. Scrolling on social media, just mindlessly consuming shit that you're not gonna even remember in a few years. Or few years, bro. You're not even gonna remember it tomorrow. Okay? What else do people do? Drinking alcohol, watching things that you should not be watching. I think those doing drugs. That's kind of extreme though, bro. When you're doing drugs, you're cooked. So don't do drugs. So sometimes it means cutting that stuff out, and that would be a good start. The other thing is that motivation is fleeting. Like, for example, 2025 was a new year, and a lot of people probably had resolutions and things like that. Most people will stick to their resolution for maybe 2 weeks max, okay? And after that, they're gonna give up, and their 2025 is gonna look the same as their 2024. So what we need to do is we need to make it easier for ourselves to stick to things, which means gradual small changes over time, right? That's pretty much the premise of the book Atomic Habits. You don't have to read it anymore. I just summarized it for you. So what that means is, perhaps, one of the first things you can start doing is waking up an hour earlier than usual. And in that hour, you add in a habit like meditation, or going to the gym and working out, or whatever have you. And once you have that sort of locked in, then you can add another habit, and another, as DJ Khaled says. At the end of the day, it truly depends on what you want. If you want to be different than 99% of the people, then you have to do things that they're not doing, and stop doing the things that they're doing. What are most people doing? Just think about it. Like, what are the habits that most people are doing that don't seem like they're helping, those people, and just don't do those habits. So, I don't know, consuming social media, watching shows on Netflix. Like, no one has freaking personality anymore, bro. Like, it's always like, oh, did you watch that show? I love that show. Oh my God, it's so good. This is the new show I'm watching. And people are sending each other back and forth, like, TikToks. Oh, here, you watch this TikTok. It's so funny. Like, bro. Really? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. But that's what I see. And, you know, I've fallen in that trap too. And screw that, dude. I'm done wasting my time with TV shows and, you know, mindless consumption. If I'm gonna watch something, it better help me, or else I don't want to watch it. Just want to go and add sports to that list as well. Like, I'm probably gonna get so much hate on this, but bro, if you're watching sports and like you're running your fantasy league or whatever the people do, like, oh my god, bro, like you're just watching grown men play. And man, I don't know how people watch sport. And I'm gonna get so much slack for this, but I'm gonna leave this in the video, make it controversial, get some reaction. So I just finished at the gym and wanted to go back to my previous point, okay, about wasting time. Look, I'm not perfect, okay? Do I waste time every day? Yes, I actually more time than I'm proud to say, okay? But it's not about being perfect, okay? People, even when we're doing surgeries and things like that, right? People always say better or perfect is the enemy of good, okay? And that's so true. Like in life, if you always try to be perfect, it's gonna paralyze you. So you just have to be good and consistently get better each and every day by day, small changes. And that's all you really need. Just a little bit better, 1% better every single day. That's how real change is made, okay? The other concept is the concept of instant gratification. Okay, there are a lot of things in life that are good for you in the short term. Let's say they make you really happy, but they're not good for you long term. I'm not going to give you examples. You can probably come up with examples. But you always have to, whenever you're making a decision about doing something, always think about what is it better? Is it good for your future self? And if the answer is no to that, then don't do it, okay? The other thing that goes with this topic of self-discipline is the topic of self-esteem and confidence, okay? I heard this quote a while ago, and it went like, conscience congruence carries conviction, which means that if you're doing daily actions which kind of reinforce your belief that you take care of yourself and you're doing things to become better, that, you know, it gives you more confidence, okay? Because you know that there are people out there who are not doing this and you're working harder. So in turn, you know, you should be seeing results that other people are not seeing. With the same token though, a trap that I have fallen into earlier in my life, and still from time to time, you know, we're only human, is comparing yourself to others. You know, that's the worst thing you can do. You have to compare yourself to yourself in the past. And as long as you're getting better, it all comes down to getting better, man. Just work on yourself every single day to get better and better. And that's how self-discipline happens. That's how confidence comes. That's how all the good things in life are on the other side of hard work. You know, you have to work hard. You have to do things that you're not wanting to do, but you have to do them like you love them. That's what Mike Tyson says. You want to be like Mike Tyson, man. I want to be like Mike Tyson. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know his character and shit. No, I want to be like myself, better myself. So here is an action step that you can take today, okay? It's the easiest thing you can do, and it's probably the most important thing, is to fix your sleep. If you're getting bad sleep, you know, that's the worst thing you can do. So fix your sleep, get proper sleep. The other thing after that is nutrition. Cut out the sugar, you know, cut out the processed foods. Try to eat healthy. Try to be in a caloric deficit if you need to be, you know, things like that. The other thing after that is, I mean, I already do this. I'm pretty good at going to the gym, but I need to be better in terms of my diet and nutrition. So, you know, I got room for improvement too. Everybody got room for improvement. We're not perfect. That's why we're humans. If we were perfect, we'd be angels. So those are the three things that I can think of. And then, of course, cut out drugs, alcohol, you know, stuff that you don't need to watch. make your life busy with the things that, you know, are going to benefit you in the long term, and don't regret in the future what you didn't do now. And that's it. I'm gonna end the video here. I've rambled on for long enough, and hopefully this is helpful for at least somebody. You know, I know some of the content is kind of cringy, but we need the cringe, bro. We need the freaking cringe, okay? So anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.